Samore Love bugs, what's up, what's going on? So you have now tuned into my Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. So guys, before I start doing my recap, just wanted to let you know that if you were previously subscribed to my channel, then you're probably not right now, because my channel was, they flagged Shores of Sunset, the homeland, probably because it's something that I actually can relate to, because like I said before, I'm not from here, and I felt like I was targeted, and I kind of feel like I know who it was that did it, but I'm not going to talk too much on that topic. But so yeah, two of my Shores of Sunset recaps were flagged for no reason, because they didn't have anything that infringed on copyright or that did anything else for my videos to be flagged or anything else, or no porn or anything else. So yeah, it's pretty much targeted. There's no other reason. So with that being said, I have a brand new channel, and I actually created two channels off of that one, you know, because I'm just like, you're not going to bring me down, and I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on persevering. So guys, if you do know anyone that may have been subscribed, you know, definitely spread the word. I may or may not be getting back that channel. We shall see. Right now it's under review, so it's whatever. If I don't, then I'm going to start from the bottom to the top, you know? Because once you've been at a good point, you know how it is to get back there, and I'm not worried at all. Only thing that kind of was a little bit of a Debbie Downer is that money that I had or money that I normally make in order to make up bills, in order to buy my son food, in order to possibly, you know, pay my rent, is not going to come as easily. But luckily it's November, so there's extra money that's going to be coming in. So yeah, we're not going to rely solely on YouTube or whatever, because it's whatever. You can't cry over spilt milk, I should say. So anyways, so that's pretty much it as far as that. So once again, just subscribe, spread the word, and, you know, do whatever you like to do. Share the videos and all that other good stuff. It'll be greatly appreciated. You know, definitely from the bottom of my heart. To go from 10,000 to like 8 it's pretty difficult, but it's whatever. You know, we're going to do it. It's more so not about the amount of subscribers, because that is whatever, because whatever, but it's more so about the relationships that I've built, and also building my brand, and also, yeah, building my brand, building relationships, and some of the lives that people have told me that I've touched, etc., etc., and my whole purpose is to not only entertain, but also to inspire in whatever shape or form I'm able to do so. As you guys know, I've been doing a video a month in November, and I will be continuing to do so, either on this channel, or I have another channel, which I will link all below. It's called Samore Love TV 2. And the 2 is just because it's going to be only the news. So I'm going to keep this one for only reviews and recaps, and then the other channel will be for anything else gossip related, some more love juice. Okay, so see you on either here or there. So now let's go ahead and get into this recap. Oh my gosh, this one was a crazy one. So we're going to start off with Phaedra. She's taking Aiden to the dentist, you know, get a little teeth clean and everything. In comes Apollo. Apollo's thing is that he says that he's going to talk to Aiden and tell him, I guess, tell him the situation, but in the way that a young child would be able to understand, because that's ultimately what he's going to have to do. To tell a child this and for them to be able to comprehend is pretty difficult, but I guess he thinks that it's the best. She kind of wants to really filter them from learning a lot of things, especially Aiden, because Aiden's able to understand quite a bit. So she wants to make sure that she's not raising any dusty diamonds, she said. I think her main thing is that she's a perfectionist. She likes things to be a certain way. And I totally understand what she's saying, because in a lot of senses, I'm that way as well. I work hard and, you know, do things, and I want it to be done a certain way. So I see where she's coming from, and I feel like the reason why Apollo no longer fits into the equation is because although he had redeemed himself at one point, he totally demolished all of that with these new charges that have been brought up against him, and now him going in jail. It's just like, babe, you a dusty diamond. You can't be amongst us anymore. No, I'm sorry. So now Cynthia, she is feeling like her old self, honey. She is ready to throw a party because she has had a whole bunch of pages in Ebony magazine. Those two of them, because both of them start with the E, I just get them mixed up a little bit. So yeah, she has a whole bunch of pages there in Ebony magazine. She's looking fabulous. And yeah, she's basically like doing her thing, you know, has a very nice body, nice bone structure, jaw structure, all that other stuff that model's supposed to have. And she shows Peter, and he's just loving it. She also mentions that she's the one who kind of goes to Peter to get the goods from him. Like, I'm like, okay, I guess she done, what? She done found her mojo, honey. Waiting to exhale and all them things. She done got it back. She surely did. She got her groove back. So, she just said that she, like, got rid of negative people that was in her life. And we all know who she's talking about. She's talking about Nene Leakes, honey. Yes, she is. And she was also mentioning Portia. She said that Portia was talking bad about her because Portia's mad that she went to the aid of Kenya Moore as opposed to going to her. But I mean, it's whatever, right? So Kenya needed somebody on her side, and I guess Cynthia was the one that decided she would be the one. So Candy, she's looking super cute with her little bob style that she had. Okay, Candy, I see you. Candy almost always had some nice hair, because I remember last season there was a few hairstyles that I did not like. So she talks to Todd about her mother and about how she is now buying her mama a house. A new house, because she don't like the old house anymore. She feel like Todd could probably throw her out that house and stuff like that. Whole bunch of ridiculousness. And he kind of feels like she's a sucker. Like, her mom says, I want a house, she gonna buy her a house. Like, houses are not like, buy me a pair of earrings. You know what I'm saying? Like, a house is big money right there. She just does it, like, without any type of sweat, you know, anything. He's just like, the way he feels about her is that she just be like, you get a house, you get a house. Like, you know, just give everybody a house like it doesn't cost money. So now it seems like Mama Joyce is going to be like down the block. So you know she going to be bothering them, getting into their business, coming over all types of hours. I just feel like Candy might regret it just a little bit. But Candy feels like it's a good idea because she's looking forward to hopefully having a new little baby and everything in the house. And it would be good to have Mama Joyce watching the baby. So she got a plan. She knows exactly what she's doing. She did tell her mom when her mom comes over and they was having a talk. Well, actually, she shows her mom later, like, how the house looks and everything. Her mother is actually in love with it. Her mother likes it. But her mother, I feel like she just wants more and more and more. Like, I just feel like her mom is, although she was happy with that, she was still complaining about other stuff. It's like, why not be happy with what you got? Like, I don't know. That probably would have kind of got to me just a little bit. Like, she buys you this beautiful house with, 7 bedrooms? Who's the 7 people that's sleeping in the beds? 7 bedrooms, 4 baths. She gonna piss in all them bathrooms there? Like, what the hell is she getting all them bathrooms for? And what else? She had a basketball court. Mama just gonna be in the back playing basketball? I don't know. So, I just feel like she has all that and she looks at the one thing, a table, and says that it's ugly. You know, like, just wait. Hold up. You know, simmer down. Then they also talk about Todd's mother, like when she was talking to her mom, and how she should apologize to Todd's mom. And Todd's mom, she kind of has her feelings, or she's in her feelings because Mama Joyce had said something about Todd was raised by pimps and a pimp and a prostitute, which is messed up to say about somebody's parents. So she, of course, is going to be upset about that. But she doesn't want to apologize. And then she says that Todd's mom called her the B word. Yeah, I would too if your finger is all up in my face like this. Are you serious? Have you lost your mind? I can't have nobody up in my personal space like that. It's just not, okay? It's not acceptable. So, moving on from that, Nene, she's doing her Broadway play, the orgy show, and the manager was just like looking at her like, you better not mess up them lines. And I feel like Nene, she knows when to say certain things or when to talk and when not to talk, because she was not saying too much when this lady was talking to her. She was just like silent, like, okay, I'm going to make sure I got this. And it was just like a freak show. When they did show it, I'm just like, wow, like, oh my goodness. I don't know, it was just different than what I expected. I don't think I would go see that show. I mean, not because I'm not a freak-a-leak, because y'all already know. If y'all got me on my other channel, y'all know I've been doing them little freak-a-leak videos. But not even. It's because, I don't know, it just seems so, I don't know, it's just not something I would be into. It just seems so extra. I don't know. But it looks like she did a good job, so, you know, bravo to her. Congratulations for doing that. And she actually said that she learned the lines within a week. Like, I seen her cheating backstage, looking at the lines and everything. But she said, nonetheless, she learned it all in 1 week. And that's a lot when you're doing a lot of other things and you also got another show that you're doing, which is, of course, Real Housewives of Atlanta. You're still filming for that as well. Even though that's more like reality show based, where you don't really have to know lines necessarily, but I feel like they probably give them topics and stuff like that, but maybe not for her right now, just because she already has her thing that she's doing. So now it's time for Cynthia's party, and she comes in looking super confident and amazing. And Kenya Moore, she brings Claudia Jordan with her, so that's how we're going to introduce Claudia Jordan. And Candy brings up the whole thing about Portia, and Kenya just like does one of those where she swallows hard and just looks like, why would you bring that up right now? She doesn't really want to talk about it. She speaks on it a little something and says how she called the police and all that, and Candy's just like, why would you call the police on her though? And Miss Jordan wants to act like she was there and talk. Like, girl, bye. You was not there, so I don't think that you should really, like, talk on this particular topic. Okay, so now Apollo, he ends up walking in, and Kenya and Claudia, they just walk away, because Kenya does not want to deal with him. She's not trying to be in the same space with him or anything. While he's sitting down with Candy and Cynthia and Peter and Todd, he starts spilling some beans about how Phaedra, she pretty much wears a Jordan and she wears a Louboutin. I'm thinking by him saying that is that she's hood. She's like a classy hood. Like, she could be gangster, but then she could also be hood when y'all see her. And he talks about, like, conversations that they have and how they argue and this and that. But Candy's just like, yeah, I've heard you guys argue, but a lot of times it's you that doesn't say the bad things. It's you that bring up certain things and you sound real disrespectful. And of course, she's going to be upset about that. I'm like, Candy don't play. She tell the truth. She don't care if you're her friend or not. If she feels a certain way about something, she'll let you know. And I like that about Candy. I really do. Like, Candy's one of my favorites on the show. I also like Phaedra for the most part. I just feel like sometimes she tends to be a little bit reserved, like too reserved to be someone that's on a reality show, you know? I mean, I know that you're supposed to keep some things to yourself, but you pretty much signed up your whole entire life and your reality for the viewers, so how you gonna act like you don't want to talk about something? Or sometimes it'll seem like her head's in the clouds while people are talking to her. It's like she goes into this magical place where she's playing with rabbits or something and everyone's talking to her and she's just not there. That's how I kind of feel when I look at her and people are talking to her about serious topics. Like, all of a sudden she'll talk about something completely random and different. It's like, what? Were we talking about something? What the hell are you talking about? Alright, so, moving on from that, so now Kenya Moore, she pretty much arrived late, and then she's leaving early, and Apollo, he wants to talk to her. He says that he wants to apologize. That's my eczema's acting up, y'all. He says that he wants to apologize because if he made her feel less than a woman, and he also wants to apologize for, like, things that he may have said. He says that he wants to apologize for saying that she offered him fellatio. But she wanted, like, specific things. He was kind of being vague when he was giving these apologies. It was kind of like a general apologies. But she's like, no, I need you to be exactly, like, frank and say the things that you're apologizing about. So then he starts getting all flustered and he walks away. But then he ends up coming back. But when he walks away, Cynthia, she was there with them, so she walks and she tells Candy and them what's going on. And then he apologized about the whole fellatio thing. So Candy's looking at him well, looking at her like, really? So she goes to ask him, like, did you say that you was apologizing to her about the fellatio, that you pretty much lied about it? So he lost so much credibility because she asked him and he was like, yeah, I lied. Like, that's acceptable behavior, Apollo. Like, you just lost so many points. You had the whole world thinking that this person, Miss Kenya Moore. I mean, I still don't fancy her because of things that she's done even on her own. But as far as the whole thing, it was like, whatever. But it's like, you had so many people doing memes about her and this and that and just a whole bunch of different things. And at the end of the day, it was all a lie? Really? He didn't. Then he goes back outside after he pretty much like was so nonchalant. Yeah, I lied. He goes back outside and he talks to her and she says, nah, I want you to be like, this apology means nothing pretty much if you're not going to be frank about it. If you're not going to be honest. So he says that he admits that he never saw her in LA. And she says that, you know, she feels a lot more better about the whole situation. She feels like she's vindicated from it. But the only thing is that now she would like to get an apology from Phaedra because Phaedra never did her proper investigation, trying to find out if anything that he was saying was true. She just kind of went off of what he was saying. But, you know, at the end of the day, the loyalty doesn't go to Kenya Moore. They've had their falling outs, you know, their run-ins and things that, arguments and other things. So of course her loyalty is not going to be to Kenya Moore. That's the last person she's going to believe. She's going to believe the man that she married, the man that's the father of her kids, the man that's the love of her life at that time. You know, they were in a much better place. So, you know, and now I'm just feeling like he's a big creep. He probably wanted her. He wished that she was there because he probably would have did something, as he mentioned. Yeah, I could have did something with her. So you made all that up. So that means it sounds more like you wanted to do something. Like, girl, I tell you, he lucky she had law enforcement. She probably don't want to go to jail because some things, you know, it's hard to like not blow up and get crazy about. Like, that's something that it's super embarrassing. She's going to be embarrassed now. I don't even know how she's going to take it, but I'm totally here for it. We're going to see what happens. Alright guys, be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.